Hi, Inner MBA friends. I was so glad to meet you the other day in the Breath with Ease course. And I was so grateful for your questions. I felt like we covered a lot of material, and I just wanted to give you a follow-up and on some of the things we talked about and that practice, that stretching practice that we did. So first of all, we need to kind of prep ourselves. And we want to make sure that we can breathe through our nose. And so we talked about those saltwater cleanses, and I'm happy to spend more time with you on that individually if you need. Another thing is to find a comfortable seat, and it can be sitting on the floor if you're comfortable on the floor, on a chair, but it's good to just sit up so you're using your own back muscles, okay? And we'll just kind of start with some mindfulness on our breath, and then stretch, and then go into deeper breath. So begin with right here and right now. Just noticing what parts of your body are touching the floor, the chair, what parts of your body are touching each other. And what is the quality of your breath? So if any of this already starts to make you feel tense, then I suggest you move into a mindful movement practice to kind of get rid of like your body's like tension. And that can be from just sitting at the computer trying to work really hard, or it could be from a trauma. So, but the way to work through it is breath and movement, which is more than I'm going to cover today. Though, please join us with the stretches, but don't worry too much about what I'm talking about with the breath if it creates a sense of tension and anxiety. It will go away over time, okay? But right now, noticing your breath. Notice if your inhale is deeper or your exhale is deeper. And again, that can change from time to time. Just noticing. And my breath is really shallow usually when I first just sit. I think that's pretty normal. Okay, so now we're going to stretch out the upper body so that we can loosen up any tension. So please interlace your fingers, turn your palms inside out, press forward and round your spine. And notice where you feel the movement in your rib cage. On your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead and notice how it feels to breathe here. Good. Bring your hands behind your head, drop your head in your hands, and again, notice. So every position our body is in, breathing feels a little different. Tilting off to one side. Good. And the other. Good. Come back to center and look up. All right, good. Now take your hands and interlace them behind your back by your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and look up. Notice here. Twisting off to one side. Good. And the other. Come back to center and just soften into your spine. Remember, we don't want to sit up tense. Soften into a place of ease. And notice, see if your rib cage is expanding and contracting evenly, okay? And that can, if we're used to kind of holding our spine tense, we could just be used to breathing in the front of our chest, but think of the lower back ribs and see if you can soften it just enough that they can move. Remember, this kind of unwinding and finding that full lung capacity could take some time. So just notice if it's a little bit more. And then if you want, you could practice a breath meditation, 3 or 4 counts in and 3 or 4 counts out. All right. And so I'll let you get on with that. You're welcome. I'd love you to be a guest in one of my classes, and just coming to one class might help like really cement in what I'm talking about. So that link is in this email that I'm sending you. I hope you're doing well today. Please know you can always contact me if you have any questions. So much love to you all. Bye-bye.